Okay. First of all, thank you to all the panelists. I think that we really got wiser about the state of play, and the state of play is obviously furious and in a very important system, the food system, which needs to be radically transformed systematically very fast, very soon for the benefit of all involved. And this is a system where we're practically all involved. My two sentences. First of all, I would like to let you know that in doing the new statistics for agricultural inputs and outputs, we realized that in the European Union, which is probably the most regulated food system on the planet, there was no standardized system for taking the statistics. It was based on general persons, a gentleman's agreement between the statistical organizations of each country member state, and it is now more harmonized. And there are issues with digitalization in the sense that we had to fight hard to get the pesticides, for example, usage data annually and not manually. Since the farmers were obliged to keep the use of pesticides on a paper, which then the statistical organization would pick up once every 5 years, perhaps. We looked up the data, and we saw that 75% of people living in the rural areas have phones. So, I mean, we can't. I think that goes a long way to talk about the digital divide, the knows and the know-nots. So there is a big need for us and everybody in this room and everybody in this space to be out in the rural areas, to work on the startup villages, to work upon the innovation hubs, on the farming innovation hubs, and bring out these techniques which are critical, all this blockchain on traceability, on the stop of waste in the production and all that. There is huge space for improvement in the profitability, in the sustainability of the sector, and I would like to see that happen. And closing remark is that we have also to look in the elephant in the room, and that is that the CAP being one of the two biggest funding instruments and most important policies of the European Union in the last decades, the other being the cohesion funds. Both these instruments were designed and pretty much put in place before we realized we need the Green Deal. We need to break, to use an agricultural word, break the silos and look at the food system not only as an agro problem, but as a public health problem, as a biodiversity issue, opportunity, let me say. So the big thing for the next parliament would be to design the upcoming regional policy, cohesion policy instrument and the new CAP in a way that takes under consideration the goals of the Green Deal, not only the climate goals, but also the toxicity goals and pollution goals and so on. Now, I understand this is not going to be very easy, given that a very big party of the Parliament, the EPP, pushed out on a moratorium on everything that has to do with food, green and food in the past months, in alliance with parties to the right of the EPP. So this is going to be really very important, what's going to happen in the European elections coming forward, and also what is now happening in a number of countries where farmers are expressing their frustration. With these words, I'll give the floor to Tassos.